Hello, love. Welcome back, family. Sending you so much love wherever you are here on beautiful Mama Gaia. These are your confirmation messages for the highest and the greatest good of what I refer to as the ELSH collective, empaths, lightworkers, starseeds, healers, awakened and awakening souls. Know that if this message, this timely yet timeless message, is that if it has found you, and or if you have found it, there is something here for you. That is the intention that I always put into these messages. This one is going to come in fast and furious, I'm hearing. It's on behalf of the dragons and the dragon realm and the dragon energies, specifically the dragon guides that I work with. I'm getting a lot of green dragon emerald ray energy coming through for that. I'm also hearing Arcturus. That's interesting. So there's something here with the Arcturians. Is there an Arcturian dragon realm? What I'm seeing is the connection or the interaction between dragon energy and the Arcturians. So for some of you, that might be a confirmation coming through as well. I am working with this septarian nodule for this reading. And what's interesting about this septarian nodule, who's gifted to me by a very lovely, beautiful friend, is this is essentially an ancient prehistoric mud ball. And they want me to really focus on that because there's a lot of grounding energies that want to come through for this particular message and reading, this channeling. This is a very grounding stone to work with, but it's also known as Dragonstone. And there's reason for that because the dragons are in the land. And they are showing me now the mountains that are in the area that I live in, here in Greece. I'm seeing the interaction of the sea with the mountains, the significance of the light hitting the water, biophotons, the energy of the dragons, elementally very connected to that. So light, water, earth. That's the focus of this reading. And for some reason, again, they're pointing me to this snake that I have here on my wall. And I'm hearing with that specifically Kundalini rising. I'm also getting a reference here to the energy of Mama Gaia, her own, so to speak, Kundalini energy rising. I'm hearing nodules. Well, this is also, again, interesting. This is known as a nodule, right? A septarian nodule. I'm hearing nodules of time with that and points in the land. So this is significant in terms of if you resonate with being the kind of light worker that does, or energetic worker that does grid work. But you don't have to actually resonate with that for this message to even make sense for you, because there's also something here about positioning here on Earth, wherever you currently are here on Earth as a light worker or a starseed. I'm getting Commander Ashtar wanting to come in for this message as well. Bringing that energy now into this space. Thank you, Commander Ashtar, for being here. It's interesting. And I'm seeing golden dragons now. I'm seeing what is referred to as cosmic dragons. And I'm also getting with that Sophia, the Sophia dragons. And that reminds me of the work of Kyra, if you are familiar with that. Something in that too. So there's a lot of divine feminine energy as well wanting to come through for this, and the dragons in that respect. Okay. I am working with this beautiful Dragon Path deck, Caroline Mitchell's Dragon Path deck. She's got a really great book as well. And I'm also going to be asking through the Tarot Originale 1909. Okay, they want me to pop from the Dragon Path cards. I'm seeing a lot of green energy with this and Emerald Ray dragon work. So there's sort of a dual thing going on here. Okay, so this is just another support message that want helping us to ground these light code solar flare energies, because there is a ripple. What I'm hearing is there's a ripple in the divine matrix when it comes to what's going on right now energetically. So there's a need to really ground the light. And wherever you are on your journey, wherever you are on your path, you're being asked to do this in many different ways. This is not a one size fits all model, is what I'm hearing with that. Look at that, the healer coming out. Okay, that's a big confirmation here. They want me to read for that. This is number 26, the healer. This is the dragon energy that I'm really feeling coming through with this green emerald ray. It's very centered around the heart space. We've got Merlin the dragon at the bottom of the deck. He also comes in with a very green sort of, it's a different kind of frequency though. It feels more, it's hard to describe. I know this is going to sound, take this however resonates. It reminds me of moss agate and dendric agate. That kind of green. There's almost like, it's like a silvery green. Okay, so they want me to read first before I shuffle from the healer. Caroline Mitchell has directly channeled these messages from these dragons. So I'm just going to read the channeled messages for that, for the healer. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is a guardian dragon. Okay. And it's the first one out of all the guardian dragons. Here is his message. I am the guardian dragon of the healers. You are capable of great things on earth as a healer and as a light for others to follow. But to do this, you must burn brightly and throw light into the shadows of your world. All right. They want me to pull this out. This is going to be essentially the theme of the message and this reading. This is about doing the shadow work in the shining the light in the shadow sense. The work of transformation. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to just read the rest of the message here. I'm being called to do that. Okay. This gentle yet powerful dragon is a true guardian of all healers on earth. And what they want me to specify here is that a healer can be many things. A healer is not just someone that we typically think of in the medicine world healer sense, or energy healer even is what I'm hearing with that. Like when we talk about hands-on healing, or someone who does specific things with the body, like the energy connected to the body. This is also healing through your words. This is healing through, like I'm getting, or your art. It's funny. I've always, they're reminding me of me. I always see art as prayer, art as healing to me. Art is incredibly healing. And what is art? It's anything that really, I mean, for me, it could be music, it could be visual, any kind of visual art. It could be being in a space where you are surrounded by beautiful things, by art, artistic, creative things. Artists essentially are channelers, and you can do that in so many different forms. That is healing. And if you resonate, they're saying to me, you're going to know in your heart if you resonate with being a healer. And essentially a healer is someone that creates the space for each and every one of us to be able to access the healing that is constantly available to us. Healing is flourishing, is kind of what they're showing me right now, like being in that state of flow, of calm, where everything is working synergistically. Energy is on point, is what I'm hearing. There's a flow, and now they're bringing me back to water. They're bringing me back to the biophotons and the energy of water. Okay. He connects particularly with those who work energetically. Interesting. He reminds us that although we may walk our talk, we also need to heed our own advice. We are not a bottomless pit of energy and need to take time out now and again. Okay, this is the remainder of his message. You see, I only read the first paragraph, but I'm going to read the rest of it now. You give a great deal to others, but you must also make time for yourself. You need to rest and recharge. Your energy tank requires refilling, lest you become depleted. Make time to meditate, rejuvenate, and relax, and above all, to laugh. You may love your work, but it does not define you. You also need time to be you. A wife, husband, mother, daughter, son, sister, or brother, or any other role you fulfill. He reminds us not to take ourselves or life too seriously. If we do, we risk forgetting that we are just one tiny cog in the great wheel of life. Okay. I'm going to pop one more card from this deck. So there is a very strong message here of making sure as a healer that you are also taking care of yourself. This is another message of, really simply put, self-love and self-care. Okay. All right. Just one more card now on behalf of this beautiful dragon. The dragon realm's coming through here. Illuminare coming out here. You can see that. I feel like putting these up together. There's a lot of angelic. Oh, beautiful. Avebury Matriarch at the bottom of the deck. This dragon. These images, I find them very activating, so you can always pause the video. Notice how there's a lot of goldeny green energy here. Again, very connected to the energies of Archangel Raphael. And the crazy thing is that what I'm finding throughout all the readings and all the tuning in, that there is a corresponding dragon for all the archangels. Leave a comment below if that's something that's pinged for you, because that's been coming through quite a bit for me. So when I see these light code / color coded energies coming through here, they're very much reminding me of the energies of Archangel Raphael. And yeah, and this is also, I'm getting Archangel Sandalphon coming through here as well. If you do resonate or work with those archangelic energies, you don't need to for this reading in any way to connect or apply to you. But I keep on hearing grounding the light, and that includes your own light. And what was the message that the healer dragon had here? You are capable of great things on earth as a healer and as a light for others to follow. But to do this, you must burn brightly and throw light into the shadows of your world. And that means that you must also be taking care of yourself, setting up some beautiful, healthy boundaries with all that. With Illuminare, this is just a double message here of shedding light. Shedding light. I'm also going to go to his message as well. Throwing light in the shadows again. So the energy here is kind of twofold. It's our own shadow work, which is something that is ongoing, shedding light in the shadows. Light being synonymous here also with truth is how they're showing it to me. They're also reminding me that being close to water or seeing light, sunlight, reflecting, even moonlight, reflecting off of water, and we are in a waxing gibbous luna phase, right? So if that's available to you, this can be incredibly helpful for integrating light energy, light codes. We've got a lot happening with the solar flares ongoing, with the Schumann resonance ongoing, counteracting other, what I'm hearing, artificial energies that are being thrown at us. No need to go in that anymore. Just understand that Mama Gaia is also doing her own thing as well to redress a balance, okay? And all they want me to say really with Illuminati is that that's exactly, because this is a 26. So there is an energy here of bringing, 24, which reduces to a 6. Interesting. This is a 26, which reduces to an 8. So those numbers and that number coding is significant. The 24 reducing to a 6 Also, if you're seeing 6 in repeating sequences, and 8 in repeating sequences, or 6s and 8s together, like a 68-68 or an 86-86, for example, or 8-8-6 or 6-6-8, you get the drift. I'm hearing with that redressing like a balance. You're doing it both individually, but it is reverberating out again into the collective. Okay, so all of that is definitely connected to this. Okay, Illuminare is, I believe, one of the... Okay, so this is the galactic dragon. Makes sense because this is also reverberating out. Commander Ashtar is reminding me of this because this has come through before in messages. This energy, when we do it here on Mama Gaia, individually and for ourselves, not only does it reverberate out into the collective, it reverberates out into the rest of the galaxy. Because energy is energy. And it can go up to here, but it can go universally, intergalactically. Intergalactic planetary. Okay. Illuminare. I illuminate. It's on page 111, by the way, of the book. So that might be another thing for some of you. That might be, what is the healer one? That's 120 and 121. So for some reason, they want me to bring those as well through. Just could be something that's repeating as well for you. Ones and ones repeating are also portal energies for me. They're gateway energies. So that might be another thing that's also being confirmed for you here. Okay. And I'm actually seeing with that portals of light through the light code energy that is being grounded, essentially, and through biophoton energy as well. So it's representing how this light is hitting our cells and our DNA and unlocking within us portals. And I'm being directed now back to this Kundalini rising energy and this whole intake of light through the chakra system, okay, through the energy centers. That's also why we've got the healer coming out here, because we're talking about energetic healing. And one way that we do that is through the chakras, and specifically with Reiki, for example. I'm getting white light Reiki. I'm getting that kind of, again, the energy of Jesus Christ, and the healing, the hands-on type healing, that sort of thing. All the healing points and energetic portals, because essentially chakras are portals, okay, of energy. I illuminate what can't be seen, that which is hidden within you. Your truth needs to be seen and shared. It's like shining your light. That's exactly how I'm being shown that. That's why I'm getting so much light imagery coming through here. I'm going to hold this up as I read it. You cannot hide behind your masks forever. Your shields of false protection, I gotta turn the page, don't serve you. Only truth has integrity and can stand the test of time. Illuminare is the first dragon I met. This is Caroline Mitchell talking here, who also holds angelic as well as dragon energy, in this case from the Archangel Uriel. That is another confirmation about the connection between these archangelic energies and dragon energy as well. The rest of his message is this: spiritual warriors of Earth, collectively, we can change the world, although humankind is not yet ready for us in all our might. You and others like you are preparing the way, anchoring the light into the planet. Are you ready to continue your amazing journey of empowerment? Illuminare invites you to see the truth in all situations. He says, do not fear this illumination. Truth is a liberating and powerful ally. Your fears lie with change, but open your heart and welcome it to your core, allowing the light to guide you forward. Allow the light, allow your own inner light, your own spark, to guide you forward. Now, the Avebury matriarch, okay, this is a dragon connected to the actual sacred site of Avebury, okay? What's interesting is they don't want me to read necessarily from the book for that, but here what I'm getting is the matriarch energy, the maternal, caring, motherly, divine feminine aspects coming through the Avebury matriarch, okay? And the site of Avebury being significant here. So some of you, and any sacred site for that matter, is what they're saying to me. I'm also getting Delphi coming through with that as well. Because I feel there, I mean, it's connected to Pythia. It's connected to very divine feminine energies, and it's connected to Pythia being a giant python and essentially a dragon. So there is a lot of dragon energy there. And in Greece in general, that is what I feel. I feel a tremendous amount of dragon energy since I have been here, okay? On that note, I'm going to pop some support messages here from the tarot. As I crack open the deck, we've got the Two of Swords. So this is again about healthy boundaries around your mental health is what I'm hearing. Having to cut out or cut off certain energies. It's a confirmation for some of you. That was fast. These are just going to be rapid fire confirmation is what they're saying to me. Okay, Three of Wands in reverse. Getting clear on your vision is what I'm getting with that. And the Star card in reverse. Once we get clear on the vision, the healing begins. Once we get clear on the vision, the healing begins and we shine our light. Now the Star card, very similar to the Sun card. I mean, the Sun is a star, right? Whenever it comes up in reverse like this is an energy again of dimmed light, okay? And there's nothing like, oh my God, so like, oh, they don't want us really freaking out about that. Sometimes it's feedback is what they're saying to me. When you feel like your energy is kind of low, the light dims. Okay, that's how they're giving it to me as an analogy. There's a need to go back into yourself, to withdraw. There's nothing wrong with that. Hence the healthy boundaries with the Two of Swords, right? This is another 8 coming through as well. Okay, so that... Oh, and I'm also hearing 3, 6, 9, the principles of energy. That's something to pay attention to. Understanding how energy works. That whole wad just flipped over, but they want me to show this. The Knight of Wands. So, and then we've got the Victory. The Victory card is how I'm referring. The Victory is how I'm being referred to. The Five of Wands is well popping over there. Okay. So where might you be at odds with your own energetic output or input is what they're saying here. Because I'm seeing a battery and I'm seeing the positive and negative charge of the battery. Some of us are in not, oh, this is interesting. Some of us in not being active enough, we're actually feeling more tired. Find what it is that actually activates you and do more of that. Whatever fills your cup, whatever charges your batteries, do more of that. Move more in that direction to get out of this conflict of energy. There's something about when we move more into the things that recharge our batteries, they're actually showing me people doing really creative things like writing or drawing or cooking, okay? Doing gardening is another thing. Yeah, look at that with the 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Doing more of the things that recharge our batteries, that energize us, that bring us joy, that bring us to life. That's the phrase that they're using. What brings you to life? That's how we drop this energetic burden. So what's interesting is that the message that they're bringing through is not so much about rest, which is important. This is about, they're giving me the term here, energizing rest. Meaning you're doing something, you're engaged in something where it takes you out of the mental backup, is what they're saying to me. Like, you know, when you've got like, it's like a pipe that's backed up, that's kind of clogged, or like you got to clear the pipes. This is basically your, what do they call it? Like your plunger, this is like the medicine for clearing the pipes. So And specifically, they're giving me part of the collective that maybe is having a challenging time trying to make decisions on certain things, like how to move forward. It could be with work. It could be just a day-to-day thing. I'm getting more mundane with that. Analysis paralysis is another thing. Decision fatigue is another thing that is describing this energy, okay? Where we have to, in a way, it's not distraction, but it's like a healthy way of coming out of the energy by doing something that creatively recharges your batteries. There's something about it that's going to engage and sort of unify the brain or the minds is what I'm getting, because there's a lot of like right brain kind of energy coming through here where we get out of this kind of what our understanding is of like a logistic way of seeing things or linear thinking, and we move into a space of creativity, of connecting the dots, because we're engaging the creative aspect of ourselves. It's a creative energy. And that's where we can begin to really tune into this. And also the fact that it's incredibly healing to do that. So I'm going to close out this reading here. Is there anything else here that wants to come through? Because the healer dragon is coming through here specifically for healers, for the collective. This is about self-care, making sure that we are taking care of ourselves in addition to how we support and care for others. And they're reminding me of something that the Venusians had brought in a while ago around the capacity that you have to love what you love most dearly in this life. That's the same capacity that you have to love yourselves, and the same thing applies with healing. It's the same thing with healing. And that's where this recharging of the batteries is incredibly important, because I'm being shown the more that you do this, the more you are able to contribute, because it feels like we are externally, is what I mean, right? I mean, and even that to a certain degree, I'm talking about it specifically here on Mama Gaia, as we merge all these dimensions, right? How that looks in the 3D, so to speak, right? That we're able to actually do more, and we are infusing the things that we do on the 3D plane with more of our light, with more of the biophoton energy, with more of that light coding, when we are able to be a healthy container for that ourselves and a conduit for that as well. Okay? I'm going to close out the reading here. Thank you to the beautiful dragon energies for coming through for this reading. For the archangelic energies also coming through for this, connected to the dragons. The golden dragons, Commander Ashtar as well coming through for that. All of that work, that body of work, it's really fascinating to see that come through. I'm not super familiar with Chiron, what she does. I'm just sort of, it's just another confirmation for some of you that, you know, might be coming across this video, but there's something in that. And a lot of that is connected, again, going back to this divine feminine energy, okay? This healing space and the healing work around that, okay? I thank you so much for being here. Please share in the comments below anything coming up for you as well in this video. Sharing is caring. I find that when people leave comments in the description or the comment section below, that there's some interesting, very interesting synchronicities and confirmations that come up for others as well, including me, which I absolutely love. So thank you. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are, here on beautiful Mama Gaia, in love and liberation always.